Hello again, everyone. Coming up next is one of my favorite missions, which I didn't actually realize was one of my favorite missions. This one is, I think, too easy to be much fun in a normal campaign, but in the hard campaign you can really sink your teeth into it. At least if you're someone like Kanbei who chews up car tires every morning and gnaws on ball bearings and then rips tanks in half with his bare hands. Whereas the original version was just too easy to block the one bridge, now there are 3 different spots with missile silos, and it's not that easy to keep Flak from getting to at least one of those spots. Especially with his 2 copters and his missiles to help him break through our initial walls. I think though I've figured out probably the optimal capture route to grab all those objectives. So start off dropping that mech down there and build some infantry. Really the APC is the key to getting a good beginning here. We want to get ourselves established in all 3 sides of the map as fast as possible, but we can't really get to all of them at once with the APC. So what we instead do is get down here pretty fast so we can get an anti-air in position, and get these initial captures going. Then stand the APC over here where we can pick up an infantry next turn. It's all about efficiency. Not rushing for one of the corners and giving up the other 2 or the middle, just get into all of them pretty quickly, and dropping as many infantry as possible along the way. However, Flak will definitely vary things a lot. He's done lots of different routes every time I have tackled this mission. So let's see. The obvious thing to do would be to charge full speed to the left, but we don't need to do that. If we just stand, say, here, with that infantry, and then the APC can go over here. We set up to capture that one, and then to speed to the left, and we can drop off then over here, which then is going to be really efficient in a couple of turns for capturing those bases. We also need to save up for an anti-air soon, though. One reason it's best not to just rush the APC out super far is the battlecopters will come and stop you. Then you can kind of see, just based on how Flak has those rockets, that it's not going to be easy to break through on the top left. Unless, of course, we just start unloading on him with missiles, which we can do. The other thing to note is just that because Flak has those subs and whatnot, we are not going to win this by route faster than we can win by HQ capture. So prepare at some point, at least, to use your HQ to, not your HQ, your APC to just rush for his HQ. After you've cleared out his initial defenders, of course. So, I'll build an anti-air here. I could just launch this missile right now and just tank the battlecopter hit. But I don't think it's really as efficient now as it will be later, so I will avoid that for the time being. Stand over there, build an anti-air, and we'll see what he does with his turn. So where he launches his missiles varies quite a lot. Sometimes he loves to hit 2 at the anti-air and the mech over there. The nice thing is that if you get reduced to 4 HP on your anti-air, it'll then get healed up to 6 HP. A 6 HP Kanbei anti-air deals 93% base damage to a Flak copter. Meaning that, given the luck rolls involved, if he's even attacked one of your infantry or mechs with his copters, you are almost certain to instant kill them with your anti-air. So being at 6 HP is surprisingly useful in this matchup. If he missiles your capture or infantry, that's not as good for you, but it's okay. So this time I'll be a little bit slow in capturing this top left base, so I don't want to focus as hard on that as I sometimes would. I also must bear in mind that the biggest threat Adder has, really, is that he might be able to rush through here and grab things in the center. The usual defense that would mount against that would be to drop missiles on his tank, and I need to do more of that if my APC is injured and can't easily block hits, which it now is. Let me see. I'll just keep advancing this one south, I think. And no, I won't build one more infantry. I will save my money on the tanks soon. So, not surprising he goes for the mech, but the fun thing is, a 2 HP mech can still launch missiles just fine. Oh, interesting. Okay. Typically, he will send his tank toward the middle, and I hit the block with the APC. Here he's not doing that, so what I need to watch out for instead is getting a tank to run through here before I finish capturing that base. I can't allow that. So normally I would stand the APC at least here in this city, and then I can move down to block the missile silo if need be. This time though, that might not be necessary, so I can maybe do some other kind of slightly more efficient route instead. Let's see. If I drop off from here, I can get capturing that city soon, and then drop off another infantry into the cluster with the silos. That might be good to do. Well, we'll mow down that copter. And I think we'll just have this mech launch the missile and then just slowly advance toward the other missile clusters. If I hit these guys with a missile, it will slow down his capture to that nearby base and keep this infantry tied up while bringing my anti-air to start killing them. Well, I want at least one and maybe two infantry going that way. I think I'll just send one for now. And build myself a tank over here. Looks like this will be a nice spot to break through currently. He doesn't have any walls set up there, he's not setting any tanks there himself, so it's a good spot to just run through and maybe I can take this factory from him. If you launch enough missiles at it, you can pretty easily occupy it that turn. It's kind of a question of what you will spend your missiles on. You have a lot of them, you can do anything, but you can't do everything. Ah, he has set me up for some fun jabs against his rockets, I think. Yeah, what more could he ask for? 2 rockets and a tank and a capture infantry all hit at the same time. It's a shame I don't have anybody else near a missile. I guess I shouldn't have launched last turn. One thing I love about this mission is it feels like a test of creativity as much as strategy. There are just so many things you can do with your missiles to break through defenses that would normally be impregnable, or to prevent it from getting set up with captures. Lots of great options, it's just up to you to choose which the ones you want to do for your strategy are. I think I'll drop off there. Then I can continue working on his repairs. He can then capture things in 2 turns. Okay, now he's sending a tank that way. But I still see some great rocket options. Maybe we'll send this guy over here where we can launch a missile. Well, I mean, ordinarily I would just go for one of these captures, but there's so many great things I can do with a rocket right now. I feel like I've just... hitting the rockets right now, I feel like I've just got to do that.
Nuclear launch detected.
That tank's not going to do much to me. So... if I launch a missile over here again, I can ruin that tank and those rockets. If I launch it there, I can't actually slow down that capture, so I probably shouldn't do that, but it will force the rockets to retreat and go for repairs, which could be useful. I think it's more useful, though, to... no, I'll save that. I think I'll save that. So in that case, I will just go for this so I can ruin that tank, and it will just retreat and not even do scratch damage to my infantry, thereby freeing up my infantry to launch missiles and advance.
Nuclear launch detected.
So I spent more missiles than I originally planned to there, but it should make for a good spot to do some breakthroughs from. Maybe this infantry will be my capture of the HQ. We will see. And down here, I'll keep pumping out tanks so I can do my breakthrough and charge more guys past his defenses to then start slaughtering guys around his HQ. Now, do I want to bother breaking through there or just hold the line at this point? Let him commit a lot of infantry to that area. Infantry and other units, that is. I might just go for that. I want to block this base for sure. I'd love to attack that tank after a missile goes off in its face. So maybe I will have that guy launch.
Nuclear launch detected.
Interesting that he hasn't built a lander. He typically would. So, blow up that tank, and then block his base. Do I want to launch this missile now? I might not. I might just sit on that one, actually. Maybe I will injure these guys so they can't
Nuclear launch detected.
scratch damage. Actually, I probably should have killed that one first. Whatever. But the idea basically is that they can't scratch damage me as easily. So I can keep these infantry moving full speed ahead to where they can then threaten HQ or factory captures. Maybe this guy will actually walk back. And build myself a new infantry over there. I think I will not bother with breaking through on that side. I will just focus on more tanks down here, more infantry down here, and charging straight ahead and making a run along the south side of the map towards HQ. I love how you can try different things here, and it all works just fine. Yeah, my original plan was to nuke his top left with all those missiles and break through, but he put someone infantry there, it's not really worth it anymore. Now I'll just focus on defense up there instead. Do need to throw a missile at that artillery, I think, and maybe I will need to build one tank there just to keep it from coming through.
Nuclear launch detected.
Should be okay. Having to kill this infantry on the bridge does slow me down a bit, so I should definitely have gone for the APC and killed that last turn. But, oh well. What is the most efficient way to take that thing down? Might not be a good one. I think Flak has done a good job of blocking me, actually. Well, my anti-air is not super useful right now regardless, so it can shoot that APC while my tanks move in. Now, let me do some square counting here. Like, it seems like it might be logical to drop off a guy there and then pick up the next guy next turn, but let's see. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 drop. So theoretically I could, I think, either way go for the HQ about equally fast. So I'll do things like this and I can just have the infantry work on the capture next turn. Now, do I need to launch another missile this turn? I think the answer is no. So I can probably walk that mech over there instead. Now, should I build anything or should I just save my money and get something big out of this new base? I think I'll do that instead. Alright, I do think I need to go for a mini breakthrough over here. This is almost guaranteed. I will just go for it, I think. Nice. This should be a good power turn if I haven't already got one. Didn't really count my kills up until now. He will not try to replace his infantry, and he'll probably do so from his bottom bases, which isn't what I would really like, but oh well. So we've got 3 kills, and counting. He didn't build anything down there, so I'm going to block his backmost base. And prepare to cruise on in there. I think he's pretty much done for at this point. I've got enough tanks in there that I can kill anything he builds if we're just launching a barrage of missiles at it. And my APC, despite its lack of fuel, should be in position pretty soon. Let me just launch this missile. Over here sounds good.
Nuclear launch detected.
Just keep him from being able to build up in any way. Got a tank over there so I can continue to break through harder. How many units is he? Oh, he hasn't even built many units. Yeah, what am I worrying about? Power is in the bag. Technique, I haven't even lost a guy. Speed's gonna be great currently. Yeah, this is all set. Good to go. Alright. Yeah, you get your power, Flak. It might be what you do best, but Kanbei does it best. And there's no crushing a Kanbei unit. Alright, let's just launch a single...
Nuclear launch detected.
Missile at that guy. Screen for him, so he can't be hurt anymore. And I guess I might as well just take these guys out so they can't do any kind of annoying pushes and damage the paint on my precious tanks.
Nuclear launch detected.
You know, if I launch even one more missile at them,
Nuclear launch
then
detected.
If should be able to kill it, allowing another tank to break through. I'm just getting greedy here, I shouldn't even bother with this, but it's so much fun just causing mayhem as Kanbei. Especially with all these missiles. It's a rare combination of two fun things. Getting to play as Kanbei and getting to just blast away at fortified positions with missile after missile. I think his rocket's in repair mode and will not even bother to shoot. We'll see about that. Okay, I was wrong about that. So he does get to scratch the paint. Doesn't even bother attacking there, I don't blame him.
Nuclear launch
What a
detected.
great target I've got over there. Have I spent all my lovely missiles now? Looks like I have. Okay. Well, I had my fun with those. Let me just wrap up his tanks and whatnot that are over here. It would be fun to have blocked every single one of his bases. Can't actually kill his mech. I figured it would be able to. Well, let's just block that one, and we're good. The rocket has to die now, though. It's a point of honor at this point. To wipe out all of his land units, I think. Well, that's that. I feel like I made this one look pretty easy, but the speed limit is actually fairly tight here. I've seen quite a few runs of people doing this mission where they just end up failing on the speed score. It's pretty easy to get Flak to block you off at one spot and start claiming some missiles, especially if you have your APC rush out and get ambushed by battlecopters. But I had 4 whole days there left on the clock. Well, at least it's because of the silence we had so much fun here today. I do still think this whole thing reflects poorly on Sonya's leadership. After all, she got outsmarted by Flak somehow, so that Flak was about to use Yellow Comet's own missiles against them. Now, on to the second wave of Yellow Comet missions. I haven't decided yet which one I'll do next. There are quite a few fun ones. Until next time, have a great day, everyone.
Nuclear launch detected.